Good afternoon from the Dimfi Sports Complex in the heart of Faraba, West Coast region, the Gambia. And wherever you might be getting our voices and signals, you most welcome to the community of Faraba, the home of Gambian Dutch Lions Football Club, playing in the top flight of Gambian football. But this afternoon, the ground is set to host this great and grand battle between Baalor Sarr and Kol Stars. Coming to you live on LSTV1 at the cabin Parliament Fati. Osman as usual behind camera operations. And in case you're just joining us, this is of course coming to you live from Faraba, the home of Gambian Dutch Lions. This afternoon hosting the second tier and the fixture between Baalor Sarr and Kol Stars. Baalor Sarr, the home side, dressed in green shorts and green socks. Whilst Baalor Sarr, the traveling boys, dressed in white shorts and white socks. Baalor Sarr under the guidance of Bakari Bojang, ably and reliably assisted by Karamo Sedikan. Whilst Boya Jiba and Pate on the technical dugout for the traveling boys of Kol Stars, who are currently on top of the table with 44 points. On third is is Baalor Sarr, who are currently with 38 points. The ground is all set for this huge class. Baalor Sarr, just as I said, Bakari Bojang is the head coach. Paul Sambu starts in goal. Lamin Jara team captain Dominic Jabang. Yaya Dabo, Yusufa Bojang, Sisao Jata, David Sambu, Buba Kamara, Emmanuel Juve, Omar Colley and Ibrahim Kujabi completes the 11. But the boys dressed in green colors against the Stars, dressed in white shorts and white socks. Having Boya Jiba on the technical dugout. Hassan Gomez, the team captain, starts in goal. Abdullah Jallo, Malik Sise, Bamudu Jame, Ibrahim Ake Jallo, Bubakar Fati, Ibu Jata, Modu Mane, Bakari Sanyang, Mohamed Sanyang, and Bubakar Suso. Completes the 11 for the traveling boys of Kol Stars and Buba Kamara Rasul. But central referee Jibu Sarr isn't interested as Kol Stars try to get the ball from their half to their opposition's half. It is just few minutes into the contest. The score is already 0-0. Both sides hoping to win it, but of course, the winner will definitely have the greatest of standings as far as the GFF Men's Division 2 is concerned. Kol Stars will hope to maintain their victory over Balosar, whilst Balosar are currently searching for their very first victory under the noses of Kol Stars. Played 3 fixtures and the last 3 matches played between the two. Kol Stars won once, Balosar won none, and of course drew twice. Balosar hoping to win it for the very first time, and the first round ended 2-1 in their favor in a game played in Kabakel. And of course it was Bakari Sanyang who got the brace for Kol Stars and Emmanuel. And the boys in green having Patrick Demba getting the only goal from the spot. It is already a corner as signaled by central referee Jibu Sarr, having the assistance of Bakari Kante. Mohamed Suwane, Malang Bajinka is the 4th assistant referee. Ajimai Kante is the match commissioner, whilst Ibu Sen serves as the referee assessor in this lively and entertaining showdown. Just 3 minutes into the clock unofficial, the score is 0-0. Kol Stars will benefit from a corner. The boys in white to benefit. Currently playing against the home side Balosar, who are currently playing at home. Bubakar Fati this time around into the gloves of the goalkeeper Paul Sambu. That was of course a decent one coming from the goalkeeper Paul. And Paul having the defensive partnership of Dominic Jabang, who is serving as the team captain alongside Lamin Jara. On the far end is Sisao Jata. Sisao narrowly lost possession. Bubakar Fati with a decent tackle as central referee waved in for a play on. Modu Mane, Bubakar Fati trying to get that from distance, but slipped in the process. The head coach wasn't happy with that delivery from Bubakar Fati, and the coach has been industrious on the technical area since the commencement of this lively and entertaining showdown. It is match day 22 of the 2nd division. Both sides are already in the round of 16 of the Men's FF Cup. And Baalor Sarr will of course face Wagadu on Thursday at the Serekunda Westminster Stadium, whilst Kol Stars will entertain Steve Biko. Paul Sambu with a decent drive. And both sides got the better of 4th division side. Bakari Sanyang, the leading goal scorer, to Modu Mane. Bakari Sanyang scored a brace in the 2-1 victory in the 1st round, hoping to get it once more. But currently, Balosar having key of their defenders trying to protect that. Not a decent one. Buba Kamara has been rustled and rewarded by central referee Balosar. And Balosar will build on that attack through team captain Dominic Java. And the leading goal scorer for Balosar is Emmanuel Ju, who has already bagged 7 goals, whilst Kemo Cisse has already scored 6 goals. But Kemo is already sidelined after nosing an injury. And the leading goal scorer for Kol Stars and the leading goal scorer of the league is, of course, Baalor Sarr, who has already bagged 11 goals. If our record is something to go by. Sisao Jata. Sisao trying to maneuver his way, narrowly lost it. Opportunity Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang Mohamed looking for support. Keep that ball forward, trying to connect the run of Baalor Sarr. And Yaya Dabo will try to guard that ball off for a goal kick. And already given to Balosar in the earliest of moments of this lively and entertaining showdown. In case you're just joining us, this game is coming to you live from the Dimfi Sports Complex in the heart of Faraba, West Coast region, the Gambia, the home of Gambian Dutch Lions. But of course, the game is currently hosting the GFF second division tie between Balosar and Kol Stars. Balosar on 38 points, Kol Stars on 44. 6 points between the two. David Jaju. Lamin Jara to Dominic Jaba. Balosar enjoying possession around the center circle. Picked up by Ibrahim Akujabi. David Jaju once more to Sisao Jata in the heart of midfield. Sisao trying to connect the run of Buba Kamara. And Hassan Gomez just there in time. He's of course one of the finest goalkeepers, if not the finest of goalkeepers in the second division. And Hassan Gomez very calm and composed. To Abdoulaye Jallo, who is currently on loan from the defending champions Real de Banjul. Hassan Gomez long to Boubacar Suso. Suso to Mohamed Sanyang wide. Picked up on the far side by Balosar. Claps coming from the home supporters. And key of the supporters are currently in support of Balosar. And of course, it is a home game for the side. And we will definitely get you some of the fixtures played by both sides. David Jaju long, trying to connect the center forward. Malik Cisse has been pulled as judged by central referee Balosar. But that seems to be a protest coming from the home supporters. Of course, the home supporters aren't happy. They believe the player slipped instead of having a push on the opposite player. But anyway, Malik Cisse up. Modu Mane. Seven minutes on the clock, and the score is 0-0. Modu Mane, the boy who joined the club on permanent base. Modu Mane joined Kol Stars on permanent base from BST Galaxy. Scored the only goal in the 1-0 victory over Real de Banjul in the Men's FF Cup. On this side, Kol Stars, will face Steve Biko on Wednesday at the late Osman Saho football field after seeing of Real de Banjul. Balosar, on the other end, defeated Greater Tomorrow at this very own complex before advancing to the round of 16 of the Men's FF Cup, and will now face Ouagadougou on Thursday at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. The score is 0-0 in case you're just joining us. Yaya Dabo to Dominic Jabang. Dominic, the team captain. Balosar playing in the second season of Gambian second division alongside Kol Stars after the change of the team from BK Milan to Kol Stars. And Abdoulaye Jallo has been pushed off the pole. And Kol Stars will now have the opportunity. Lively and entertaining already. The score is already 0-0 in case you're just monitoring situations. And of course, you are reminded that it's also coming to you live on LSTV1 from the Dimfi Sports Complex in Faraba, West Coast region, the Gambia. It is, of course, the home of Gambian Dutch Lions Football Club. Hassan Gomez, the custodian, urging his players to move forward. The score is 0-0. Who's going to find the back of the net for the first time this afternoon remains to be seen. Baalor Sarr on the attack now. Buba Kamara wide. Buba around the edge of the 18, gets that ball around the area. And finally, it's a goal kick. Not a very good control from Ibrahima Kujabi. Ibrahima seems to be disappointed after failing to control that ball decently. 0-0 is the current score. Malik Cisse for Kol Stars. To Bakari Sanya. Bakari to Modu Mane. Modu lost it. David around the center to Sisao Jata. Baalor Sarr enjoying possession, urging his players to calm down to Dominic Jaba. Dominic to David up front. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Cross comes in, partly caught out by Abdoulaye Jallo. Yaya Dabo to Ibrahima Kujabi at a promising angle, and that's going to be a set piece as given by central referee at a promising position for the home side, Baalor Sarr, who are currently being backed by a massive support base here, as key of the supporters at the Dimfi Sports Complex are in support of Baalor Sarr, the home side of this crucial and lively contest. Baalor Sarr on third with 38 points, whilst Kol Stars leading the chart with 44. Kol Stars played 21 matches before this contest, won 12, drew 8 and lost only once. Carnifing is on second after 21 matches, won 11, drew 7, unbeaten tries with 40 points. Baalor Sarr after 21 matches, won 10, drew 8, lost tries and with 38 points. It's a set piece at a promising angle, and currently two of the players behind the ball. Yaya Dabo is one of them, and Yusufa Bojang. Yusufa Bojang seems to be the candidate to deliver this. Bojang Yusufa floats that into the gloves of the goalkeeper Hassan Gomez. Calm and composed custodian. Mohamed Sanyang is the only player up front for Kol Stars, and Hassan is now waiting for his players to take position. Calm and composed goalkeeper. Cisse back to the goalkeeper Hassan Gomez. Ibu Jata. Kol Stars currently enjoying possession. Ibu around the center. Modu Mane now. Mane looking for support. Gets it back to Hassan Gomez. Emmanuel Juve chases the ball up front. Boubacar Suso will chase, having it tough against the central defender Lamin Jara. Fantastic turn from Jara. We believe Boubacar Suso seems to be struggling with his boot, we believe. We believe Baalor Sarr are definitely very much comfortable on the pitch here. They're very much used to this ground. It is the home side, and this is where they play all their home matches. Currently playing at home against the traveling boys of Kol Stars, Abdoulaye Jallo to Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang having key of the players behind him. Boubacar Fati, not a decent one. Emmanuel Juve picking it for Baalor Sarr. Emmanuel Juve, the current leading goal scorer, sweeps it forward. And the flag has already gone up against Ibrahima Kujabi. Kujabi has been penalized by the assistant referee's flag. Baalor Sarr having Karamo Sedikan very much industrious on the technical dugout, whilst Boya Jiba is almost everywhere on the technical dugout. Already Boya Jiba has already asked 3 of its players to warm. And now Idris Sanjay is one of them. Senghor is also part of those players warming. And probably it might be an early substitution. The team might be forced to an early substitution. But anyway, let's just wait and see what's of course going to be the outcome. The score is 0-0. Hassan Gomez to Abdoulaye Jallo. Jallo connecting the run of Ibrahima K. Jallo. Ibrahima sweeps it around the area. Modu Mane around the edge of the 18. Trying to get that. That's a foul at a promising angle. Calling in for a penalty, but the central referee said no. Very close to the 18, but unfortunately for Kol Stars, the central referee has already given a set piece. "14 minutes on the clock, unofficial." 14 minutes on the clock. Fourteen minutes on the clock. And now is a set piece at a promising angle. Can Kol Stars get something from this set piece? The team just need a dead ball specialist to deliver. The team just need a dead ball specialist to deliver. And currently, 5 of the players behind the ball. A giant wall assembled by Baalor Sarr. Yaya Dabo is already behind the wall. Bubakar Fati, Abdullah Jallo in front of the wall. Bakari Sanyang, Bubakar Suso, Malik Sise and Ibu Jata. And Bubakar Suso has already walked away. Malik Sise, Ibu Jata and Bakari Sanyang behind the ball currently. There seems to be a discussion. Malik Sise has already walked away. Probably this might be taken by either Ibu Jata or Bakari Sanyang. 2 players behind the ball. Who is taking this remains to be seen. Probably Ibu or Bakari. Who is definitely going to take this. Ibu Jata! Strongly headed out by Sisao Jata. And now Ibrahima Kujabi will move the ball forward for Baalor Sarr. Lays it on the far side to Lamin Jara. And Lamin could not connect to it for the first time. Picks the ball around the area. Strike, massive one. And Malik Sise has already picked it. Hands possession to Modu Mane. Bubakar Fati to Mohamed Sanyang. Bamodu Chame. Bakari Sanyang. Kol Stars enjoying possession around the center circle. Ibu Jata to Ibrahima Jallo to Mohamed Sanyang. Fantastic defending from Yusuf Abujang, who is operating on the right side of the defense for Baalor Sarr. Yaya Dabo on the left. The defensive partnership of Lamin Jara and Dominic Jaba. Whilst Kol Stars having Mohamed Abdullah Jallo Rada and Malik Sise marshalling the defense. Bamodu Jame on the right. Ibrahima Jallo on the left. In the heart of midfield is Ibu Jata, Bubakar Fati. And of course, in front of them is Modu Mane. On the right side of the attack is Bakari Sanyang. On the left is Mohamed Sanyang. Leading the line is Bubakar Suso. Modu Mane picks it, swells the ball this time around. Is that going to be the breakthrough? And Mohamed Sanyang broke the deadlock for Kol Stars. And the Stars have just taken the lead at the Dimfi Sports Complex. And Dimfi Sports Complex in the heart of Faraba, West Coast region, the Gambia. And it is already entertaining and lively. Entertaining and lively, and Kol Stars getting the breakthrough. Mohamed Sanyang getting the only goal so far. And that is, of course, a celebration from the traveling boys of Kol Stars. And Kol Stars lead by a goal to nil against Balosar. And Mohamed Sanyang got the only goal in the 18th minute of this lively and entertaining showdown. And Balosar have never defeated Kol Stars. They played 3 matches before this fixture. The other 2 were draws, and the other fixture was a victory for Kol Stars, and Kol Stars maintained the superiority over Balosar remains to be seen. But already this goal is definitely going to serve as a wake-up call for the home side. It's definitely going to serve as a wake-up call. Balosar down by a goal to nil against the league leaders, Kol Stars. And Hassan Gomez wouldn't be in any hurry now, as the score is currently in their favor. The score is currently in Kol Stars' favor. 1-0 up, courtesy of Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed Sanyang having a 12 against his marker. And the central referee Jibusar has already given that to Balosar. Balosar in the last 5 matches defeated Sibanor United 2-1, lost 1-0 to Carnifing East, defeated Suwokono by a goal to nil, And of course, it was 1-1 against Elite United before facing Kol Stars at the Dimfee Sports Complex this afternoon. And now will face Ouagadougou in the round of 16 of the Men's FF Cup after defeating Greater Tomorrow in the round of 32. Emmanuel Diouf has been bundled by Modou Mane and Modou penalized by the central referee. That seems to be a protest from the tall and lanky midfielder Modou Mane, who joined the club on permanent base from BST Galaxy. Scored the only goal against Real de Banjul. And Balosar will effect this. Right back on 13, Youssoufa Bojang. Youssoufa Bojang will get this. Industrious technical area for assistant head coach Karamo Sedikan. Balosar trail in front of their huge support base. Youssoufa Bojang floats that, partly headed out by Malik Sise. Kol Stars having all its players behind the ball. At some point we thought it was going to be an early substitution for head coach Boya Jiba. And he's the current winner of the GFF Men's Division 2 Coach of the Month of February-March. After that impressive run with his stars of Kol Stars and Mohamed Sanyang Bundul. Central referee not interested. Now it is Modou Mane who assisted that goal of Mohamed Sanyang. And Modou Mane received the ball around the edge. Squares that ball to the running Mohamed Sanyang, whose initial delivery was blocked by the goalkeeper before the ball lodging itself into the bottom corner. And Kol Stars lead 1-0 at the Dimfee Sports Complex against the home side Balosar. Both gaffers are trying to get it done here. Kol Stars playing in the second season of the second division after the purchase of the team and of course the change of the team name from BK Milan to Kol Stars. This is the second season and the third meeting or fourth meeting between the two. The fourth season, last season, the two sides met and they played the first game on the 22nd of January 2025, which ended 1-1 between Balosar and Kol Stars. The second game played on the 22nd, on the 12th of May 2025. Cross comes in. Sisao Jata nearly missed that. Emmanuel Diouf picked it. David Jajo. Cross comes in, partly caught out by Kol Stars. Ibu Jata heading it down to Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed, who scored the only goal, will try to use his pace against his marker, having a lot of pace and skill in him. Mohamed Sanyang to Ibu Jata. Ibu to Bakari Sanyang, the leading goal scorer. Bakari will now surge forward. Can he keep that ball in play? And Yaya Dabo having it tough against Boubacar Suso. And Suso has been penalized by the assistant referee. And Balosar will benefit from this deep in their own half. And the player wouldn't want to stay that longer as the score is currently not in their favor. Yaya Dabo operating on the left. Paul Sambu. Bojang. Youssoufa Bojang to Buba Kamara, who drops deep for some defending. And Buba is still around the center circle, hoping to get the connection from the defensive players. Balosar picking it. Massive clearance coming from Abdoulaye Jallo. Boubacar Suso is currently leading the line for the Stars. And the boy from Dragon, the horse, if I may get it right, the third division tier, or third division side rather, in LRR. And Ibrahim Ake. Boubacar Fati. Kol Stars enjoying it, enjoying possession and also leading by a goal to nil. Mohamed Sanyang. Very tricky to Ibu Jata. Kol Stars enjoying it. Abdoulaye Jallo. His defensive partner Malik Sise. Malik looking for the run of Modu Mane. And the high-flying Mane could not keep it as the ball rolled into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Balosar currently down 1-0. Sisao Jata. Yusuf Abujang trying to have his way out. But Mohamed Sanyang dropping deep for some defensive duty. Sisa once more. Kol Stars 1-0 up against Balosar from the Dimfi Sports Complex in the heart of Faraba. Buba Kamara, the player, Bamodu Jame slip in the process. Buba Kamara once more, looking for support, trying to maneuver his way. Cross comes in partly, picked up by Kol Stars. Bakari Sanyang looking for support. And now Emmanuel Juf. Emmanuel around the area, looking for support. Cross comes in. That's miscommunication between the two players. And Yaya double massive strike over the crossbar. That's indeed miscommunication coming from the two players of Balosar. The other should have left the ball for the other. But due to miscommunication, both players clashed and resulting in Kol Stars having the chance of clearing that ball. And it is the forced cooling break and the forced cooling break from the Dimfi Sports Complex. And the score is in Kol Stars' favor. Welcome back to the Dimfy Sports Complex after the few minutes of cooling break. And already at the late Osman Saho football field, there is a goal for Myanmar Banjul United. And Myanmar Banjul United lead 1-0 against Serekunda United. And currently in Faraba, the league leaders enjoying this slender advantage. 1-0 up against the home side Balosar. And after the forced cooling break, we are back and back once again. Mohamed Sanyang. Ibrahim Kejalo to Bubakar Suso. We're trying to get that glancing header. Modu Mane has been bundled off the ball and rewarded by central referee. And the score is 1-0. And Kol Stars enjoying the moment. We'll hope to bag yet another maximum points. And the team is only beaten once this season after 21 matches. Bubakar Suso. Suso heading it down. Not the greatest of combinations. Buba Kamara picking it for Balosar. Slips in the process. Ibrahim Kujabi. Yaya Dabo to Kujabi once more. Now the center forward dropping deep around the area. And Balosar lost it. Modu Mane. Bamodu Jame, and fantastic defending coming from Dominic Jabang, the team captain of the Faraba based club, playing in the second season of the second division after the team's promotion. Got promoted in 2023-24 after defeating Sibanur United in the final of West Coast Region 3rd Division before losing to Young Africans in the promotional playoffs. Of course, it was an appeal that got Balosar, or protest rather, that got Balosar to the second tier of Gambian football after having a successful appeal, or protest rather, against Young Africans. And last season, Sibanur United also had their turn after losing to Balosar a season before. Mohamed Sanyang is one of the shortest, if not the shortest of players, but of course very good on aerial duels. Sisao Jata looking for support to team captain Dominic Jabang. Jabang, Balosar currently being backed by a huge support base from Faraba. Currently playing at home, but currently trailed by a goal to nil. David to Yaya Dabo. Not the best of delivery from David. And David Jajo is one of the midfielders for Balosar. Bamodu Jame will effect this for the traveling boys. To Modu Mane, it's a glancing header, finally it's a throw into Balosar. Industrious head coach Boya Jiba. Now Bakari Bojang has also replaced Karamo Sedikan, who has been the busiest since the commencement of the game. Bakari Bojang is now industrious in the technical area. The side is currently down 1-0 against Kol Stars. The league leaders Bakari Sanya scored a brace in the 2-1 victory in Kabakel in the 4th round. And the current leading goal scorer. David. Dominic Jabang for Balosar. To Lamin Jara, his defensive partner. Jara surges forward, looking for penetration. Jara sweeps it forward. Bamodu Jame heading it down. David picking it up once more. Balosar enjoying possession. Emmanuel Juf. Emmanuel to Yaya Dabo. Yaya getting that combination. Bubakar Fati cross comes in, almost eludes the player. Sisao Jata trying to connect to that. Sisao lost it. Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang to Ibu Jata. Ibu to Mohamed Sanyang once more. Mohamed losing it. And now down for some defensive duty. And that's a foul as signaled by the central referee, Jibusar. That seems to be a worthy call, as Ibrahim K. Jallo is currently down injured. We believe that tackle. It's a yellow card. Yellow card to Yusuf Abuja. "35 minutes on the clock unofficial. 35 minutes unofficial. Balosar trail 1-0 against Kol Stars, the league leaders. We're currently having Yusuf Amane warming, Mohamed Lamin Ba warming, and the former Balosar star player is also warming. Ibrahim K. Jallo is already back on his feet. 36 minutes on the clock unofficial. Bakary Sagna looking for support. Cross comes in, and that's the second goal for Mohamed Sanyang. And Mohamed Sanyang got the brace. And Mohamed Sanyang got his brace at the Dimfi Sports Complex against Balosar. And what a celebration from Mohamed. And it's already a brace for Mohamed Sanyang. That wasn't the best of Balosar after losing that ball so cheap. And Mohamed Sanyang capitalized and poked home the second goal to get the second goal for Kol Stars. And the Stars are already flying high. The Stars are flying high against Balosar. 2-0 up away from home. Mohamed Sanyang already with a brace. What a way to end this contest for Kol Stars if they are able to hold on to this advantage. What a way to wrap it up here if Kol Stars is able to hold on to this 2-0 advantage. And in the initial fixture, Kol Stars led 2-0 before Balosar coming from behind to get the solo goal. But the goal wasn't enough to pick a point, and Modu Mane down for some defensive duty. Kol Stars enjoying every moment. David Jajo. Not the best of delivery from Balosar. It's now the turn of the home side, Emmanuel Juve. Sisao Jata. Jata looking for support. To David around the edge. Chips it forward. Ball being chested down. Balosar still trying to pull one back here. The score is currently not in their favor. Sisao has already hand possession once more. Who is going to chase? Looking for support. Mohamed Sanyang wide from Bubakar Fati. Bubakar Fati to Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang dribble pass one and the second one. Bubakar Fati once more. Looking for support to Ibu Jata at the heart of midfield. Bakary Sanyang. Cross comes in, Emmanuel! Unsaved by the goalkeeper. Fantastic save. Fantastic save from the netminder Hassan Gomez. One of the finest in the league, if not the finest in the league. Another strike, another opportunity for Balosar. Wasted opportunity. Boubacar Suso will move. Suso trying to go solo. The current only player up front. And Suso has been wrestled, but central referee not interested. That was, of course, a decent save from the netminder Hassan Gomez. Dominic Jabang to Lamin Jara for Balosar. Balosar down 2-0 in the first half. David Jajo. Jajo David to Emmanuel Jouve. Decent clearance coming from Malik Cisse. And Kol Stars must be enjoying every moment here. It's currently enjoying every moment. David Jajo. Fantastic control and tone. Yaya Dabo, an awful delivery. And the fans aren't happy with that delivery anyway. The side trail 2-0 at home against Kol Stars at the Dimfee Sports Complex. We will try to switch over to the Boxbar Mini Stadium. 28 minutes on the clock. Sibanor United 1, Wagadu 0. And we will try to monitor elsewhere and get you the latest. 4 players warming for Kol Stars. Balosar also having almost every player warming. The side trail 2-0. Mohamed Sanyang with a brace so far. Balosar on the attack. Buba Kamara. Kamara looking for support. Cross comes in. Modu Mane heads it down. Kol Stars to Boubacar Fati. Fati trying to connect Mohamed Sanyang. But Sanyang seems to be a bit far. The player has been bundled, but central referee Jibusar not interested. Boubacar Suso to Boubacar Fati once more. Kol Stars enjoying it. Connecting Mohamed Sanyang, and he has been flagged for an offside. It's a Mohamed Sanyang show this afternoon. He scored a brace in the first half already. And already on a hat-trick anyway. Will he be able to get the third to get a hat-trick? Must be his biggest ambition this afternoon against Balosar, one of the most informed clubs in the second division this season. Only beaten thrice. And of course, yet to pick maximum points in the last 3 matches against Kol Stars. Yaya Yusufa Bojang to Sisao Jata. Jata Sisao to Buba Kamara. Bojang, long and high one. Sisao Jata. Lamin Jara cross comes in. Emmanuel Jouve with the header. Ball being chased down. Yaya. Another fantastic strike, another decent block by the defenders of Kol Stars. Fantastic combination from Balosar. Around the Emmanuel Jouve! And into the bottom corner! And Balosar pulled one back here in the 44th minute. In the 44th minute at the Dimfee Sports Complex. Game on from the Dimfee Sports Complex. Balosar got the only goal so far, courtesy of Omar Kamara or Omar Colley. Omar Colley pulled one back for the home side. And now, it is game on. Balosar 1, Kol Stars 2 is the current score. Fantastic first half. Fantastic first half with fantastic 3 goals in the first period. The player slips. Emmanuel Jouve once again. Looking for support. Massive clearance from the goalkeeper Hassan Gomez. Yaya Dabo. Already 4 minutes added on by the 4th assistant referee. Kol Stars will hope to wind down the clock. Will hope to wind down the clock here as the score is currently in their favor. Modu Mane is already down, back on his feet. 4 minutes added on by the fourth assistant referee. Can Kol Stars maintain the advantage heading into the break? Or are we going to see Balosar getting both goals before lemon time? Mohamed Sanyang, who scored the brace. Mohamed Sanyang, the central referee, has already urged the player to come back to his feet. Sisao Jata looking for it. To Buba Kamara wide. The supporters anxiously waiting for the second goal. Abdullah Jallo partly cleared that. Another opportunity, Jallo heads it down. Around the edge of the 18. Bakari Sanyang to Mohamed Sanyang. Lamin Jara to David Jacho. David with a decent cross. Another fantastic, and that's an offside. And the fans continue to believe and keep believing here. They believe they can definitely turn things around here. They are believing that they can definitely overturn the score, as the score is currently 2-1 and 2-1 against Baalor Sarr. Mohamed Sanyang scored the brace in the earliest of moments in the first period before Omar Colley pulling one back for Baalor Sarr. And the score is currently Baalor Sarr 1, Kol Stars 2. Time running out as far as the four service is concerned. Head coach is indeed industrious on the technical area. Indeed industrious. Yaya Dabo. Dabo to the team captain, Dominic Jaba. Jara on the far side. Lamin Jara once more. To the only goal scorer, Omar Colley for Balosar. Strike comes in, Emmanuel Jouf. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Massive combination once more. Babukar Suso. Yaya Dabo. Balosar hoping to get an equalizer. David Jajo to the forward. Ibu Jata. And any moment from now, the central referee will indeed end the proceedings. Balosar hoping to wrap this up here. Hoping to come from 2-0 down to equal the score. Sisao Jata. Sisao spreads it wide for Buba Kamara to chase. Ibrahim Akejalo. Buba Kamara now for Balosar. Having more of green colors around the area. Cross comes in. Modu Mane heads it down. It's a throw in on the far end. Is that going to be the final action of the first period, as any moment from now the central referee? And then the proceedings here. Central referee is Jibusar. Bakari Kante is one of the assistants. Cross comes in. Emmanuel Jouf chested that ball down. Calling in for a penalty. Central referee not giving. Yaya Dabo. Jaju. Buba Kamara. Kamara, massive clearance. Buba Kamara. Balosar enjoying the moment. Trying to get an equalizer. Buba Kamara long and high one. Straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper Hassan Gomez. And Hassan will use the moment to wind down the clock. And that's the final action of the first half. And now heading back into the dressing room. Balosar trail 2-1 against Kol Stars. Kol Stars got their noses. Courtesy of a brace from Mohamed Sanyang. Before centre forward Omar Colley pulling one back for the home side. And this is where we're going to have a brief halt of the commentary. We'll be back for the continuation. It has been Parliament for the Usman Kamara. Until then, bye-bye, and then do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. Welcome back to the Dimfy Sports Complex for the continuation of the second and final half. The second and final half between Balosar and Kol Stars, coming to you live from the Dimfy Sports Complex in Faraba, West Coast region, the Gambia. It's just the commencement of the second half. Balosar 3-2-1 against Kol Stars, the league leaders. That's a foul. And the central referee has already awarded for a play on. Sisao Jata for Balosar rather. Looking for support around the edge. Yusufa with a low drive. Modu Mane down for some defensive duty. Babukar Suso has been bundled off. And there is a player currently down. We believe some of the players are struggling on the pitch due to the level of the pitch. We believe it's a bit slippery though. And already a player currently down injured, and that's going to be a yellow card. And Jibusar, the central referee, seems to have handed a yellow card to a player, but we can confirm the player though. Is that Ibu Jata? That's a yellow card, and currently a player down injured in the earliest of moments of the second half. We have already seen a fantastic first half between Kol Stars and Balosar. And now it is the second and final half. Both sides working hard to get maximum points. Balosar hoping to come from 2-0 down, whilst Kol Stars hoping to strengthen the advantage. Mohamed Sanyang got a brace in the first half for Kol Stars before forward Omar Colley pulled one back for the home side. And still Balosar hoping to get it. Dominic Jabang. Jabang to Yusufa Dabo. Dabo surges forward around the edge of the 18. Hassan Gomez. That was going to be the second goal, and Hassan clashed with his defender and currently down injured. That was, of course, a decent run and decent cross coming from Yaya Dabo. And Yaya connected to Omar Colley, who got the only goal for Balosar. And fantastic back heel from the star forward, Omar Colley. But Omar's final delivery could not connect to any of the advancing players as Kol Stars scrambled to clear their line. Still having players warming for Kol Stars. Mustafa Conte, the former Balosar forward, is also warming. And now playing for Kol Stars on loan from Gambian Dutch Lions. Hassan Gomez is still receiving attention from the medical team. Will he be able to continue? That should be the objective of Kol Stars. And Hassan with an injury is going to be a blow for the team. But anyway, Kemeseng is already warming as well. The goalkeeper, or the assistant goalkeeper to Hassan Gomez, is also warming alongside some other players. Mohamed Lamin Ba, Mustafa Conte, Yusufa Mane, and some other players warming as they prepare to inject some fresh legs. Hassan is still receiving attention. Huge turnout, massive turnout coming from the people of Faraba. And key of the supporters are behind the home side Balosar, who are currently down injured, who are currently down rather by 2-1. Hassan is still down. Hassan Gomez is still receiving attention from the medical team. Balosar anxiously waiting for the equalizer, whilst Kol Stars hoping to get the third here. And a third goal probably might get the game beyond the reach, and beyond the reach of the home side. But anyway, this game can get to any angle, can get to any direction. Hassan Gomez back on his feet. It's a corner for the home side Balosar. Crowded penalty area, having 3 players. Emmanuel Juve and some other players. Cross comes in, long and high. Sisao Jata calling in for a penalty, but central referee not interested. That's another corner. Bubakar Suso is currently down injured. Suso back on his feet. All the players of Kol Stars are currently around the area and trying to defend this, except Mohamed Sanya. Jaju, Ibu Jata, to Babukar Fati, Bubakar Suso now. Ibrahima K. Jalo to Mohamed Sanya. Kol Stars will use every moment to wind down the clock. Ibu Jata to Bakari Sanya. Bakari, the leading goal scorer of both the league and of course for Kol Stars. Scored a brace in the 2-1 victory in the fourth round over Balosar in Kabakel, but now coming to the Dimfi Sports Complex in Faraba. This is the fourth meeting between the two. The last three fixtures played between the two. Bakari Sanyang to Bubakar Suso. Suso with a teasing cross. Mohamed Sanyang trying to connect to that, but unfortunately the ball is too powerful. That was a fantastic cross coming from Bubakar Suso. And Suso is one of the forwards, alongside Mohamed Sanyang and Bakari Sanyang. The Sanyang brothers, one of the offensive players. Buba Kamara to Emmanuel Joe. Buba Kamara once more to David Jajo. Kol Stars picking it. Bubakar Fati. Fati forward to Bakari Sanyang. Not the best of control for Bakari Sanyang. We believe he must be struggling with the pitch anyway. It is back to the goalkeeper for Balosar, Paul Sambu. Ibu Jata to Modu Mane. Modu to Bubakar Fati. Sisao Jata picked it for Balosar. Now Yaya Dabo to David Dejajo. Balosar down 2-1 against Kol Stars. This is match day 22 of the second division. Both sides hoping to win it. Modu Mane. Mohamed Sanyang to Bakari Sanyang. The Sanyang brothers, Mohamed to Bakari. Bakari looking for his decent left foot. An end-to-end contest here. From the half of Kol Stars to the half of Balosar. And now to the half of Kol Stars. David Jajo. Yusuf Abujang. Around the edge of the 18. Cross comes in. That's a push on Abdullah Jalo. Hassan, the custodian, urging the players to move forward. We should check the games elsewhere and possibly get you the results. We'll definitely get you the halftime scores. And currently at the Dimfi Sports Complex is 2-1. 3 goals scored and all goals in the first half. Jaju David to Emmanuel Juf. Emmanuel to Jaju once more, looking for support. And finally, it's a corner. Yes. Swiftly taken. Emmanuel Juf. Fantastic defending. Yaya Dabo. Balosar enjoying possession. Back to the goalkeeper. And Babukar Suso will chase. Buba Kamara to Sisao Jata. Sisao looking for penetration. To Yusufa Bojang. Not the best of control from Bojang. Mohamed Sanya picked it for Kol Stars. Bubakar Fati to Modu Mane wide. The boy who joined the club from BST Galaxy. Bubakar Fati, the former Wabanjul midfielder. Malik Sise. Bakari Sanya. Malik back to Hassan Gomez. Hassan the custodian. Hassan Gomez joined the club from Carnifing East and has already established himself as the #1 for the team. Bamodu Jamme. Jamme trying to go solo, looking for support. Lays it forward, trying to connect the run of Modu Mane. Now Baalor Sarr. Emmanuel Gomez. Emmanuel to who? Fantastic defending from Ibrahima K. Jallow. That's a massive defending. And it is interesting on and off the pitch. Interesting in the first and second period. Is that a foul? Central referee not interested. Modu Mane to Mohamed Sanya. And Mohamed will allow the ball to roll out for a throw-in. Kol Stars will use every opportunity to wind down the clock. The score is currently in their favor, but currently having a lot of pressure coming from the home side after Baalor Sarr getting the goal in the first period. Ibrahima Sedi is warming for Baalor Sarr. We will get you the halftime score shortly. Halftime from the Dimfi Sports Complex in Faraba. Balosar 1, Kol Stars 2. Mohamed Sanyang got the first goal in the 18th minute before getting his brace in the 37th minute. And at the Serekunda or at the late Osman Saho football field in Yundum. Menmar Banjul United 1, Serekunda United 0. Modlamin Demba with the only goal. Half-time Marimo Park Food 0, Carnifing East 0 at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Gunjur United 0, Gambia Armed Forces 1, Abdullah Juf with a late first half strike. Wagadu 0, Sibanor United 1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Abdullah Tamba with the only goal. Walidan 1, Unique Global 1 in Bakau. Ibrahima Juwara for Unique Global before Jere Jata getting the equalizer for Walidan. AJ Soka 0, Elite United 1 in Jarasoma. Per Tamba with the only goal so far. Currently it is Baalor Sarr against Kol Stars. Ibrahima K. Jallow entertaining and lively with a lot of pressure coming from Baalor Sarr. Emmanuel. Yusuf Abuja. Emmanuel Juve once more for Baalor Sarr. The current leading goal scorer for Baalor Sarr. Sisao Jata. Kol Stars having key of its players behind the ball, trying to either protect or get another. Sisao Jata to Lamin Jara. Lamin having it tough. This time Mohamed Sanya, who has already got a brace. Sanyang Mohamed having a lot of pace and trick in him. Modu Mane trying to connect. Bakari Sanya. Buba Kamara. Ba Modu Jame to Modu Mane. Modu connecting the run of Babukar Suso. Balosar on the attack. David Jajo. David using his physique. Set piece at a promising angle. And now it's a set piece. Yusufa Bujang to get this delivery for Balosar. Delivery. It's a strong header over the crossbar. It's a corner as judged by the central referee. Balosar will have the opportunity once more. That's a yellow card for Bubakar Fati. Bubakar Fati has received a yellow card. Another corner. Crowded penalty area. Cross comes in. Long and high one. David calling in for a foul, but central referee not interested. David Jaju. The game is already interesting and lively, coming from the Dimfi Sports Complex. And Balosar currently trailed by a goal to nil, by 2 goals to 1 rather. And Bubakar Fati, not Bubakar Fati this time, it's Bamudu Jame. And the central referee is very close to the scene. Central referee is very close to the scene, Jibusar. Jibusar, the central referee. Bamudu Jame is currently down injured. And in case you're just joining us, you are reminded that it is match day 22 of the GFF Men's Division 2. If you may like, call it the second tier of Gambian football in the male category. In the top of the table class between Balosar and Kol Stars. Balosar in this contest started with Paul Sambu in goal, Lamin Jara, Dominic Jabang, Yaya Dabo, Yusufa Bujang, Sisao Jata, David Jaju, Buba Kamara, Emmanuel Juf, Omar Colley, and Ibrahim Kujabi completes the 11 for head coach Bakari Bojang and his boys. Whilst Boya Jiba having Hassan Gomez in goal, Abdullahi Jalo, Malik Sise, Bamudu Jame, Ibrahim K. Jalo, Babukar Fati, or Bubakar Fati, Ibu Jata, Modu Mane, Bakari Sanyang, Mohamed Sanyang, and Bubakar Suso. And Kol Stars will rely on the shot stopper Hassan Gomez. Hassan Gomez, the shot stopper, wouldn't be in any hurry as the score is definitely in their favor. Balosar came to the GFF Men's Division 2 after defeating Sibanor United in the final of the West Coast Region 3rd Division before losing to Young Africans in the promotional playoffs And in the playoffs, Balosar lost to Young Africans on penalties after 1-1 in regulation. And Balosar later on filed a protest which went in their favor. And having the chance of playing in the second tier of Gambian football for the first time last season. And now playing in the second division. Cross comes in from Dabo Yaya. The ball is too strong and eludes every other player. Omar Jaju is one of the players. Ibrahim Asidi. And we need to confirm the other players shortly. Hassan Gomez with a massive delivery. Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang Mohamed. Trying to go solo. Mohamed Sanyang. Look at this. Bubakar Suso. Fantastic run from Mohamed Sanyang. Fantastic run from Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed Lamin Ba will be introduced shortly. Yusuf Amane is also being lined up. Yusuf Amane is also lined up. Bubakar Fati behind the ball. Bubakar Suso apologized after not being able to control that decent pass from Mohamed Sanyang. And now it's double substitution any moment from now. Bubakar Fati to deliver this time instead of going long. Will surely take that shot. Bamudu Jame cross comes in to the gloves of the goalkeeper Paul Sambo. Substitution, triple substitution. Omar Jaju. And the goal scorer for Balosar is going off. Omar Colley out. Omar Jaju on. Ibrahim Masedi on. And Usainu Jame on. Buba Kamara is off for Usainu Jame. Yaya Dabo. Omar Jaju, the latest entrant for Balosar. Dominic Jabang to Paul Sambu, the custodian. Interesting and lively from the Dempsey Sports Complex in Faraba. It's a decent delivery, and of course, Hassan Gomez. Kol Stars hoping to wrap this up here. But they have to work very hard to cement this scoreline if they can't get the second. Hassan Gomez. Hassan Long to Bubakar Fati. Babukar Suso. That's a great test from Bubakar Suso, but unfortunately could not trouble the goalkeeper as the boys in green picked it deep in their own half. Emmanuel Juve, the leading goal scorer. Ibrahima K. Jallo. Emmanuel Juve, fantastic run. Having more of the players around the area. Looking for support. Abdullahi Jallo. Usainu, the latest entrant. Bakari Sanyang urging the central referee to give him a foul, but he is not interested. Omar Jaju, one of the latest players being introduced by head coach Bakari Boja to Usaino. Malik Sise just there in time, and Mohamed Lamin Ba and Yusuf Amani are still lined up for substitution. Sisao Jata for Balosar. Substitution imminent. Mohamed Lamin Ba and Yusuf Amani. Oh, that's cooling break. That's cooling break, and the second and final cooling break for Kol Stars and Balosar. And of course, it's going to serve as a moment of discussion between the gaffers and the players. Double substitution. Mohamed Sanyang is coming off alongside Bubakar Fati. Mohamed Sanyang scored a brace in the first half, and he has been taking off. Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake? Mohamed Sanyang's substitution is a mistake. Yeah. Because he has been the danger man on the pitch right from the word go. I don't think they will substitute him. That's a mistake anyway. Mohamed Lamin Ba will be introduced shortly. Who is he replacing? We just have to wait and see. David Jajo for Balosar. To Omar Jajo. Emmanuel Juve on the right side. Trying to keep that ball in play, and finally is off for a goal kick. Bakari Sanyang is now coming off. The leading goal scorer for Kol Stars has already bagged 11 goals. It's a tussle between Mohamed Sanyang and Yusuf Bojang. And Balosar, the central referee, has already given a foul to Kol Stars and Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed Sanyang to Ibu Jata. Yusuf Mane. No foul, says the central referee. Emmanuel Juf. Emmanuel looking for support. Spares it on the far side. Ibrahima. That was, of course, a great combination coming from Balosar and Modu Mane for Kol Stars. Dominic Jabang to Lamin Jara. Yusuf Abuja. Yusuf Mane, the latest entrant for Kol Stars. David Jajo having a throw against Modu Mane. That's the ball according to the central referee. Sisao Jata. Kol Stars having all its players behind the ball. Modu Mane to Bubakar Suso. Bubakar looking for support. Mohamed Sanyang. Hassan Gomez. Malik Sise for Kol Stars. Kol Stars enjoying the advantage. 2-1 up against Balosar. Bamodu Jame. Bamodu, fantastic defending from Lamin Jara. That's indeed timely. The score is currently Kol Stars 2, Balosar 1. And Kol Stars still maintaining top spot with 44 points before this contest. If they are able to hold on to this advantage, the team will still be on top with 47 points. But if they want to be on 47, they definitely have to. They definitely have to hold on to this advantage. Emmanuel Juve. Ibrahima K. Jallo is currently down injured. Ibrahima K. Jallo is down. And Balosar. That's a discussion between the central referee Balosar and Abdullah Jallo of Kol Stars. Kol Stars on top of the table with 44 after 21 matches. Won 12, drew 8 and lost once. Carnifing East on second before this game on 40 points, won 11 games, drew 7. Fantastic defending from Yusufa Bojang, and it's a corner. Kol Stars wouldn't be in any hurry. Mohamed Sanyang will solely deliver that corner. Carnifing is on second after 21 matches. Won 11, drew 7 and lost 3 with 40 points. Balosar before this fixture on third with 38. Won 10 of the last 21 matches, drew 8 and lost 3. Elite United after 21 matches, won 9, drew 7 and lost 5. Walidan on 5th. Won 8, drew 6 and lost 7. And the sides are the most beaten side in this year's GFF Men's Division 2 is of course Unique Global, Wagadu, Serekunda FC and Gunjur United. They were all beaten 10 times in the last 21 matches. And the teams with the highest number of victories, Kol Stars on 12, Carnifing East won 11, Balosar won 10. And the sides with the highest number of draws went straight to Unique Global, who drew 12 of the last 21 matches. Try comes in partly done, and Mohamed Lamin Ba. Sisawo Jata gets it forward. Ibrahima K. Jallo. Mohamed Sanyang is still off the field. Mohamed Sanyang is already back on the pitch. Omar Jaju. Jaju to Sisawo Jata. Balosar against Kol Stars. The most impressive sides in the league. Balosar won 10 matches of the last 21, whilst Kol Stars won 12 of the last 21 matches. And Kol Stars only beaten once. Balosar only beaten thrice. Could this be the fourth defeat for Balosar? The flag of the assistant referee has gone up against Yaya Dabo. Julius Jame and Mustafa Conte being lined up. Mustafa Conte, the former Balosar forward. Mustafa Conte joined Balosar on loan from Gambian Dodge Lions. The fourth season the team came to the second division before his return to his parent club, and now back again with another loan spell, and this time with Kol Stars FC. Hassan Gomez with a long one. Boubacar Suso partly headed out. Yusufa Mane. Yaya Dabo now for Balosar. Sisawo Jata looking for a handball. Central referee has already given that. Time definitely not in their favor. The score is not in Balosar's favor. The side trail 2-1 at the Dimfi Sports Complex. Yusufa Bojang. Lamin Jara. Jara Lamin. Offside. Mohamed Sanyang is now coming off and will be replaced by another star forward, Mustafa Conte. Conte will face against his former club. Conte played last season for Balosar. Julius Jame. Julius Jame has already replaced who? Bamodu Jame. Julius Jame has already replaced Bamodu Jame in this lively and magnificent showdown. Hassan Gomez, the custodian. 21 matches played so far. It is match day 22. Who is going to win this remains to be seen. Suso is leading the line. The former under 17 forward leading the line, currently on loan from Dragon the Horse, a third division club in LRR. Hassan Gomez, the goalkeeper, to Ibrahima K. Jallo. Modu Mane, back to Ibrahima K. Jallo. And Ibrahima will surely see that ball of triple substitution or double substitution this time around. Double substitution for Balosar. And already Abdoulaye Diouf scored his 12th goal of the season in the second division. He scored 12 goals last season, and of course winning the top scorer in the first division. And this season playing in the second division for Gambia Armed Forces. And he has already scored his 12th goal of the season. Abdoulaye Diouf, Gambia Armed Forces. Back to the Dimfi Sports Complex in Faraba. Sisao Jata to the latest entrant. Partly done. Delivery, massive clearance. And Ibrahima K. Jallo could not just believe that he was able to save that. It's a corner. Balosar trying to get an equalizer here. Yaya Dabo to Lamin Jara. Ibrahima Saidi will chase. And Julius Jame, who just came on as a substitute. The Gavas Industrious on the technical area. Kol Stars hoping to win this. Balosar hoping to come from 2-0 down to equal the score and possibly have the chance of getting maximum or at least a point. Hassan Gomez, the custodian, to take this. Yaya Dabo. Kol Stars hoping to cement this 2-1 advantage. Lamin Jara. Omar Jaju. Jaju to Useno. Balosar once more. A player slip in the process. Boubacar Suso giving way to Modou Mane. Mustafa Conte playing against his former club. Conte looking for support. Conte will now switch the play from the left to the right. To Mohamed Lamin Ba for Kol Stars. Mohamed Lamin Ba looking for support. To Modou Mane in the heart of midfield. Switches possession to Mustafa Conte. Conte trying to maneuver his way out. And Conte trying to have a decent run, but caught out by Lamin Jara. Malang da Costa, who came on as a substitute. Mohamed Lamin Ba picked it up for Kol Stars. Interesting and lively. This game is, of course, having all the ingredients of a great game. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Looking for who? Who is definitely going to get that? Boubacar Suso and Dominic Jabang. Massive clearance. Mustafa Conte. No Boubacar Suso up front. Conte waiting for the players. To Modou Mane. Mane to Suso. Kol Stars enjoying it. Leading 2-1 at the Dimfi Sports Complex. Hoping to wrap this up. Mohamed Lamin Ba dribbled past one. Gets it down to Ibu Jata. There is a player currently down injured for Balosar. And Musa Nyasi, another defender, will be introduced. Kol Stars hoping to wrap this up here. The former Fonyi zonal central defender. 6 minutes added on. 6 minutes added on, and any moment from now, Musa Nyasi will be introduced. And Musa will, of course, serve or have that solidity in the heart of defense as head coach Boya Jiba and his side work towards sealing yet another maximum points. And a victory for the side here will propel the team to 47 points on top of the table. Is that attainable for Kol Stars? The team is currently on the driving seat. 2-1 up against Balosar at the Dimfi Sports Complex. Sisao Jata is back on his feet. 6 minutes added on already. Musa Nyasi will replace Bubakar Suso, a striker for a defender. Time running out for Balosar. Can they pull a miraculous goal here to equal the score after coming from 2 goals down to pull 1 back? Mustafa Conte. Conte trying to have his way. Decently caught out by Sisao Jata. Modu Mane. Modu Mane. Now Yaya Dabo to Malang Da Costa. Da Costa came on as a substitute. Time running out. 6 minutes added on already. Hassan Gomez trying to wind down the clock. Long and high one. The half of Balosar. Partly headed. And Hassan, wow. Hassan nearly lost his footing. He lost his footing and Hassan had to dive in to head that ball decently. Fantastic header from the short stopper. Balosar once more. Husseinu, the new entrant, looking for support. Cross comes in, and Hassan Gomez points that ball away. Mustafa Conte. Conte to Ibu Jata. Ibu Jata to Ibrahim Akejalo. Mustafa Conte once more. Balosar using the moment to wind down the clock. Conte Mustafa around the center circle to Musa Nyasi. Musa has been deployed in the heart of midfield to have that stability in the heart of midfield for Kol Stars. Kol Stars hoping to wind down the clock here. Julius Jame to Abdullah Jallo. Mustafa Conte. Everybody is a coach now. A lot of instructions coming from the technical bench, and of course the fans are also giving instructions. Husseinu, the new entrant, getting it down around the center. Alaji. Omar Jaju. Delivery to Malang Da Costa. Malang Da Costa around the edge of the 18. Can Balosar get something from this? It's a glancing header coming from Julius Jame. Corner to Balosar. Balosar desperately in need of an equalizer here. Kol Stars just waiting for the final whistle. They can't just wait for the final whistle to celebrate this massive 2-1 victory. But anyway, they just have to hold on. As Baalor Sarr will effect this corner. Cross comes in. Massive header coming from Julius Jammeh. Time running out. Balosar once more. Omar Jajo to Sisao Jata. Sisao, fantastic control, looking for support, having key of the players behind the ball. Lamin Jara to Alaji, who sweeps that ball on the other end. Yaya Dabo. Final moments. Usainu. Trying to get something for Balosar here. Alaji looking for support to Sisao Jata once more. Sisao, and cross comes in. Ibu Jata calling in for the central referee to end the proceedings here. Every player for Kol Stars is currently behind the ball. Paul, the goalkeeper. Strong header from Malik Sise. And finally, it's a celebration. And Kol Stars celebrates and celebrate in style once more. And it's, of course, another victory. Another victory for Kol Stars. And Kol Stars with this victory, this will surely propel the team to 47 points and will maintain top spot in their quest of reaching the top division of Gambian football for the very first time. It has been Parliament for the Usman Kamara. Until then, this is where we're going to wrap it up at the Dimfi Sports Complex. Until then, bye-bye.